My name's David Polgreen. I'm originally from St. Paul, Minnesota, but I now live in Long Beach, California. And my bike that I built for the show is a 1956 Harley-Davidson KHK. Basically, I wanted to build a full show chopper, like a late 60s style chopper, but make it look like a Triumph almost, like a tiny little baby bike. Like it would look like a toy, like a Matchbox toy or something like that. So I made everything very skinny and small, you know, really fancy paint, everything chromed and polished on it. I just wanted to basically make like a little toy. And I wanted it to be purple, so I had it painted purple. My really close friend Harpoon painted it. It's his first paint job back since he was really sick. So yeah, it ended up being a really fun little bike to build, you know, just like a little cute jewel. Now, I always wanted to build a K model because they're kind of an unusual motor that's not a typical bike that people build custom bikes out of, mostly because they're not that common, and also just because they're underpowered. You know, they're like it's a 900cc motor. They're not super fast, but they look so incredible with the way the heads are all finned, and they've got that, you know, sloped shape to them. They just look really neat, and you just don't see a lot of them, and I always wanted to build one. So, you know, you get a million ideas. Like a lot of things with the bike stuff is when I'm working on one, I'm already working on two later, you know. So in my mind, when I was working on this one, I was just thinking small and skinny, and like if you look in the old chopper magazines or old car magazines especially, you'll see these like Triumph customs, and they're like all little and dainty, and they have these funky little weird lights on them and really, really exotic paint. And I liked the idea of doing a version of those bikes in a Harley, you know, because the thing about the Triumphs is they're small bikes, they're compact, they don't spread out very much, you know. So to do that same thing with a Harley was my goal, and in a swing arm frame, which is also tougher because those swing arm frames, they're really wide in the back, so the challenge was to narrow it, make it small. Getting pipes to look right, you know, and tight is really difficult. My friend Chris Hamilton did a ton of the work on the pipes. He's a really talented fabricator. He's like pretty much the only person other than myself that did any fab work at all on the bike. I did everything else myself. I have the whole bike in my head before I even start. Like literally the entire bike in my head is built, except for like some details. Like maybe I'll change the angle of how the pipes sit, or maybe I'll do up sweeps instead of cocktail, you know, instead of shotguns, or maybe I'll have the bars go up higher than I originally planned. But I'd say probably 90% of the bike is how I had it in my head when I first started building it. I'm not afraid to take detours and change stuff if it seems like I want to make changes to it, but usually it ends up being pretty close to what I originally envisioned, just because, you know, I have the idea because I like the idea, right? So you kind of want to carry it out. You can see me on Instagram. My username is DJP210. That's pretty much the only place. I don't have a website or anything. I don't do this for money. I just do it because I love it. So it's just a passion for me. So I wish I could make money at it so I could pay for it all. But
this recap video is brought to you by Throttle Addiction. With thousands of chopper parts, a 90-day return policy, and free shipping on orders over $100, throttleaddiction.com is the best place to build your dream bike. Check out their selection of custom handlebars, fuel tanks, made in the USA hardtails, and so much more. For more than a decade, Throttle Addiction has been manufacturing and selling the best custom parts on the market. Build, customize, and ride with throttleaddiction.com.